was only that bold rebellion within his gaze had been turned to stone.
Hello everyone, so I have recently gotten into reading. It all started when I was on a vacation with one of my best friends, and I read a book from my boyfriend's brother's wife. I can put it on the screen somewhere, and it was amazing. I loved it, and it was a short book, which was perfect for me to start reading because I could actually finish it. Then I looked at some TikToks, which other books are good, because I didn't know anything about reading. I still don't know a lot, so I picked up It Ends With Us, read that one, and I didn't really like it in the first part, but the second part I loved. And then I started A Court of Thorns and Roses, and let me tell you, I love it so much. But yeah, basically I've started reading, and so I've seen a lot of YouTubers doing like reading vlogs, and so I really wanted to make one as well. I bought this camera like 2 days ago, and this video I think will contain spoilers. I really need to discuss the book. I just want to talk about it with someone, and so I will put on the screen like at what chapter I am in which book, so if you haven't gotten that far, go and read it, continue reading it, and come back when you have read that part so we can kind of like read it together. The first part of the book I thought was kind of boring, but something still captivated me enough to continue reading it. What I thought was very repetitive was especially when she had gotten to, what was it called again? Prithian. When she got to Prithian, everything was about how she wanted to go home, how she would escape, and I understand that obviously if you get kidnapped you want to escape, but it was like about that for so many chapters, so it got a little bit boring. But after that part, it really picked up, like with all the creatures, the dangerous creatures. It was so interesting learning about them. And I know that a lot of people have said that the first book is really like slow and boring. And again, for those chapters in the beginning, I understand. But for the rest of the book, honestly, I loved it. And I was so hooked through and through. I like that it's slow because if you rush through everything, then you won't get to know the main character really, and you won't get to know like everyone. So you really, really like put yourself in her shoes. Actually, what I did think was kind of sped through was her relationship with Tamlin. I never understood it. And I was very disappointed also because I didn't like Tamlin. I liked Lucian. I thought that she and Lucian were a perfect match, not her and Tamlin. I really wanted Lucian and Feyre to be together because he always cared for her. Their chemistry was just so much better than her and Tamlin's. And one thing that never made sense to me, which I understand now, but in the beginning it didn't make sense to me, that he was so kind to her. She murdered her friend, so why on earth would he want her to live with them in his house? That never made sense to me, so I was so annoyed reading this. And I was Googling and I was like, it doesn't make sense, but everyone on TikTok was like, just wait, and it all makes sense now that I've read almost everything. Like, it makes sense why he was so nice, because his mission was to make her fall in love with him, and he didn't have any time to waste. So I'm so happy I got an explanation to that, because that was just itching my brain. And oh my god, the last part of the book is so... At first I didn't like it because I liked the story of the Blight. I liked it when it was a little bit cozy when she was living with them, falling in love. Even though I didn't like the love storyline with Tamlin. It was cozy. So I didn't like this twist. It was too big of a twist for me. Now I love it, actually, and with the trials and everything, love that. It's like the Hunger Games. I have to say one thing. Recent. I was Googling with like Lucian and Tamlin, Lucian and Feyre, I wanted them to fall in love, and people agreed, but then they were like, wait until recent. I waited until Rhysand. I don't like that guy. And so I really hope that Rhysand becomes a fantastic person, because right now I really don't like him, even though I know he's being forced to do all of this stuff and he's doing the mildest things to her and he's helping her because he doesn't want to touch her and blah blah blah. I know that, but he's still creepy. The things he says, he doesn't have to say them, and he's just creepy. I don't like them. I don't ship them at all. So I hope this book completely changes my mind. I'm going to listen to the last chapter. I have 27 minutes left. I'm not ready for it to end. I'm so happy there's 4 other books.
Chapter 45. Mine. Eyes attached to a person who slowly rose from his position on a cracked, bloodied floor. My head snapped to one side at a horribly wrong angle as he raised his hands and removed the fox mask. The brutally scarred face beneath was still handsome. His
And
features
do you see why I ship her and Lucian? He was still handsome.
filled the air.
I'm so confused here because she keeps saying my corpse. She's not dead, is she? Because I kind of missed the part where she died in that case.
As he laid his hand on my heart.
And I didn't film this part, but oh my god. Yesterday, when I listened to this falling asleep, when she rewinded all of her thoughts to realize that Tamlin had a heart of stone. Like, it's so much fun when situations from the book earlier that didn't make sense at the time, when it's connected in the end. Like, I love that.
I groaned as I braced my hands against the floor, readying myself to stand.
I have to go. So I just woke up, as maybe you can tell. And I just finished the book. Oh my god. The last words were powerful. The end, they said. I was so happy to finally have reached the end. And also her last words. Wait, we have to listen to it again.
I stepped out of Tamlin's arms and kissed him softly. Tomorrow. There would be tomorrow and an eternity to face what I had done, to face what I shredded into pieces inside myself while under the mountain. But for now, for today, let's go home, I said, and took his hand. The end.
I think it was a good ending. I still don't quite understand how she became immortal. I don't really understand what happened there, but I'll have to just have someone explain it to me. And I like that she had to get her hands dirty. She had to kill, because that makes the story a lot more sad. Overall, I rate this book 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. I did. Proposed. No.
Ska jag till jobbet?
It's the last time I read. Like, I was so surprised. The windows shattered, the furniture splintered, and that box of paints and brushes and paper, it exploded into dust and glass and wood. This changes everything. Because Tamlin was always this good guy, you know? And now he's abusive. And I was so surprised when I read this, because I was like, yeah, he's kind of overprotective, which suffocates her, but it's like, he cares about her, you know? But now it's just like, because I didn't like Tamlin from the beginning, so I've been waiting for this moment. Oh my god, when I read the Welcome to the Night Court, I've heard that sound on TikTok so much. So when I read that, I was like, yes, I'm finally here. Like, we're starting to see more sides of Rhysand, and I'm starting to like him a little bit more. He lets her be her. He wants her to be her, and he believes in her. But I have to keep reading to see if he's kind of toxic or not. And Lucian, I still ship Lucian and Feyre, but I know that's never gonna happen. But in this book, it's kind of starting to like dissipate a little bit more, because Lucian is always by Tamlin's side and does everything he says, and that's just not attractive. She has developed a shield towards him. Like, if this is not a key moment in the relationship, I don't know what is. And this is so also... You've given enough, Farah. Perhaps he was right. And perhaps I didn't have anything left to give anyway. Like, what? I never shipped them, but why do I want to cry? Such key moments for this relationship. Even if they didn't break up, this is where, you know, it ended. And the fact that Reese can read her mind all the time. Like, also, I think this is why we ship them. It's an unfair advantage. He knows her feelings all the time. Of course, he's going to be understanding of them. Tamlin doesn't know that unless she says it, and she doesn't seem too good at communicating, if I'm being honest. And also, this thing about Tamlin, he doesn't want to tell her stuff. Like, here he says, why do you need to know these things? Is it not enough for you to recover in peace? Like, he treats her as a baby. This entire video is just gonna be a Tamlin hate video. I want to show you guys what my boyfriend got for me. So he got this one. It's Colleen Hoover, All Your Perfects. I think it's called in English, but he got it for me in Swedish. Like the first day I read it, I read like 50 pages almost. I really like alternating fantasy with a kind of like more easy to read kind of book, a more lighter book, because I feel like fantasy is so heavy with descriptions. It's so hard for me to focus on the words in the book. So this one is so much more easy to read. And also I bought some like tabs. I got these ones. Like when I find a situation I want to talk about in the vlog, or I just want to be reminded of and I want to go back. I don't know, I just love Resend and Farah, like their cute little banter and his cute way of flirting. How he wrote on a note, life is better when you're around. Like my heart. And now she's kidnapped, literally a few sentences after. Did I show you my book light, by the way? Different brightness settings. And then these like different temperatures. Purple, very cute. I like Amryn. I don't understand if she's supposed to be evil or whatever. But I like her. Now I can update my Goodreads. And I am currently 44% into the book. Let me just say this, I have conflicting opinions about Resend. I just don't think that he is better than Tamlin per se. For those of you who have read the book, which I hope all of you have, because otherwise spoilers. In chapter 42, it's the scene where they go to the Court of Nightmares for the first time. Like, I understand that Resend has to put up a front for those horrible people to save Valaris. Like, I get that, and I know that it was her choice to come, but he didn't tell her what that entailed. Why would he put her through what happened during Under the Mountain? She has to wear these dresses that are see-through. Why does he have to have that specific image? Resend feels like he's just using her to get what he wants. Also, I have realized that, like, obviously we're reading from Farah's point of view, and she is very biased. All of the thoughts about Resend are what Farah thinks Resend thinks. She has said like multiple times like, oh, he is flirting with me to distract me from the war, or he's acting this way to protect me from this. He's never said that out loud. She just thinks that. He uses her feelings about Tamlin and Tamlin not giving her free will. He uses that to an extent, because he is very old, she is very young and naive, and he takes advantage of that. I feel like that. I am so shook. She caught the surreal, and the surreal says Resend is her mate. And I'm like, oh. She's like, does he know? And the surreal's like, yes. And I'm like, oh. I just want to know how he knows. Like, how can he know that? Did he talk to the surreal as well? Or does he feel it so deeply through his bond or whatever? I just got home and oh my god, it is so hot outside and I'm wearing this shirt, so I was sweating. I bought 4 books because it was buy 4, pay for 3, so I bought 4. I was supposed to buy 1 and I bought all of them, so no more shopping for the rest of the books, I guess. It's so warm today, so I'm thinking maybe I should go to the beach and read my book. And here comes the books. Are you ready? Ta-da! And it's upside down. Oh, I have to finish my book today. I have 40 pages left and then I'm gonna read this one. I cannot read the back sides because I know, spoilers, Mr. Fury, spoiler immediately in yellow on the back, so I don't want to read the back. Silver Flames. And then this one. This one. Lucian and Tamlin with the King of Hybern. Tamlin is so petty, and Lucian, who's supposed to be Feyre's best friend. Okay, so I just finished this one. Oh my god. The ending was crazy. Too much for a person to handle. First one thing happened, then one thing, then the next thing, then the next thing. I'm like, what? Okay, so first of all, Lucian being Elaine's mate. Hello? I was so shook by that. But also I felt like, oh, now everyone is just mates. And it's like, how does that really work? I need to know more about the mating bond thing. Like, is it just up to the cauldron? Or like, what is it really? And how can they feel that they are mates? I don't know how I feel about that. But I know I did like Lucian in the first book. I want to believe Lucian is a good guy. As you all know, I shipped Feyre and Lucian in the first book. And I'm just so sad what has happened to their friendship. Because it has been completely ruined because of Lucian's loyalty to Tamlin. And secondly, I'm so pissed off at Tamlin right now. How he's being painted right now is awful. I hate him. He's willing to let Hybern go into the Fey realms just to get Feyre back, when Feyre has stated explicitly she does not want to go back. He just can't take no for an answer. Last time I talked to you guys, I said I didn't like Rhys. He was manipulative and all of that. I don't know, after reading chapter, 54? Rhys is probably still manipulative, using her for his own gains, blah 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 blah. But that was such a beautiful chapter, and my view of him changed completely. Like, this whole book has been such a roller coaster. At first, I didn't like Rhys, then I liked him, and then I didn't like him, and then I liked him. Let's put this book on the shelf. I forgot to tell you, but my friend, one of my best friends, bought this special edition for me, and I love it so much. It's so beautiful, and I have to show it to you guys. Just look. I love it so much. Wow. Now, it's time for the third book. I wanted to read the backside, but I wanted to do it together. Feyre will bring vengeance. She has left the Night Court and her High Lord and is playing a deadly game of deceit. Her former lover Tamlin is making deals with Feyre's enemies, and she is determined to uncover his plans. But can she make him believe she has come back to him when every fiber of her being yearns for Rhysand? As mighty armies clash, Feyre will discover she is not the only one hiding something, and as the web of secrets, lies, and betrayals is revealed, fighting for the truth may cost Feyre and her court the ultimate price. Oh my god. I am so excited for the lies and betrayals and secrets to be revealed. Alice has just hinted that she knows that Feyre is hiding something. And what she said, it just broke my heart. Like, I love Alice. I knew she was always on Feyre's side. And so she says this: "They say you came back different, came back wrong. I never bothered to tell them. I think you came back right. Came back right at last." Just hearing her say that she sees what Feyre's been through, that she saw what Tamlin put her through, and she sees how much stronger she is and how much more like herself she really, really is. Like, I don't know, that just melted my heart. So I don't know when I last spoke to you guys, but I'm on chapter 12. And Feyre and Lucian in the cave. Let me just say, I finally got my Feyre and Lucian moment. Even though I know they will never get their love story, at least they are cuddled inside the cave. So I'm happy about that. So far, I love this book. Like, so far, I think it's better than book number 2. If I dare say so. It might get worse, I don't know. But I just love Feyre's revenge plan. Like, I just love how much she has changed from the first book. Like, I love how smart she is and how, like, behind every move she makes, she has a plan to bring down those who have hurt her. And it's just such a drastic change from how she was in book number 1. And I love that version of her, the damaged version of her. So they've just come to Velaris, and Lucian has come to Velaris. But I love that Lucian is actually in Velaris right now, that he sees the version of Rhys that is the real version of him and not the version that he puts up. Like, I don't like how they have portrayed Lucian so far. I just feel like he's kind of icky now that he knows who his mate is. And all he wants is to get close to his mate. Like, he has the right to do that. And that just makes me feel really icky. So Rhys and Feyre just explained everything to Lucian, and then he says this: "I hadn't realized I was a villain in your narrative." It's not focusing, but it says, Amren said, "You sound exactly like Tamlin." She really said that, like the worst thing that Feyre could ever hear. Look at what I have done. I have a little cute space. Eventually I will switch this out and I will put like a bookcase here, and I will decorate it with some more plants and pretty things. I want to hang a plant up here as well. I'm in the meeting of all of the High Lords. How I have waited for this moment. It has taken me 400 pages before the meeting. I've been so excited. So that's what I'm reading right now. And also, I like seeing Cassian and Nesta's relationship evolving. I still have no idea how his interest sparked for her. Hello, everyone. I'm back. So I have like 120 pages left, and so I really want to read it all today. I don't know if I'll be able to. Okay, the surreal died. It was so sad. Like, the surreal was actually nice. The surreal had grown fond of Feyre, and the surreal wanted to help her. The only reasons the surreal died was because Feyre went out to look for it. It is described as like this monster, but it's actually, it has a heart and a soul, and it is really like cute. And I don't know, that was really sad, I think. And I didn't think that I would care for the surreal. What? I already loved Moore, now I love her so much more. Moore is gay. She says she can't love him like that. Why? Because I prefer females. I just get so happy because I was thinking through this entire series, I was like, like there's no LGBTQ in this. Like it's kind of boring, but I know that like most books are like that. No, so sad. This is such a beautiful sentence. Moore's answering grin was brighter than the entirety of the day court. Rhys is dead, but I know he's not. I know he's not dead. Because isn't he supposed to be in the Orange Book? Like everything is so interesting so far. Like a lot of stuff has happened. The king died. Amren kind of died, but she disappeared. Now Rhys is dead. The cauldron scattered, which created a rip in the world, and now it's whole, and now Rhys is dead, and it's just so much. And it's good. It's good. And oh my god, her father died. Her father came back to save them, and she did not get to say anything to him. They wanted them to have their last final moment. She hasn't seen him since she got abducted, which was a long time ago. Like that was 2 books ago. One thing I will say is I love the humor in this book. Every time something bad happens, there is always humor. And Amren is back. Oh my god. But she's human now. Like I love that she's back because I love Amren, but at the same time I feel like it's a war. We have to lose someone dear to us. I don't want to, but we kind of have to, and now everyone just came back. Finished! Oh my god. I'm happy with how everything turned out. It was a nice ending. The war was interesting. I really like this book. I was just bored at a few parts of it because it was so long. It's 700 pages. And I know that like in the first and second book, some parts were also like very long. She has a tendency to draw things out. But I liked it in the first 2 books because it made me, fall in love with the characters, get to know them. But I feel in this book it was a little bit too much drawn out. But I did really, really like it, and it's really good. But the second book is still the best one. I'm excited for this one. I know people say they hate it, but I get the feeling it's gonna be a cute short book, and I really need a short book right now. And then I'm also excited for this one because everyone says they hate Nesta and they don't want to read her story, but I like Nesta. Am I the only one who likes Nesta? And I have also heard that in this book, people didn't like Rhys and Feyre anymore, and it's because they get to see their relationship from Nesta's point of view. So I finished this book, and it was quite a while ago, and I forgot to film what I thought about the book, and so I have forgotten a few things because my memory is terrible. But I did like it. I did think that it was a cozy wintertime, and the story focused a lot about Amren, Moore, Cassian, and everyone just having a good time, and I really liked that. And I also liked that we got to see different perspectives, so we got to know a little more about Cassian's inner thoughts, a little about Moore. I really like Moore, and I like her character a lot, and I think that her storyline is interesting, so I do hope we get to see more of her in the new ACOTAR book that is coming out. It was nice. I think I rated it 4 stars. So the last clip you saw was where I was originally supposed to end the video. But what happened is I didn't edit the video for like 6 months, and I even had time to change my hair color. So I actually did read the entirety of A Court of Silver Flames. And I'm just gonna talk briefly about this one since the video is already very long. But this is my favorite book in the series. Before I started reading it, a lot of people didn't like it and a lot of people liked it, and I'm one of those who loved it. I do think that there is more maturity to Nesta's character. There's more depth to her than I ever felt with Feyre. And the book also goes into a lot of like deeper topics and more sensitive topics, like sexual assault and violence, among other things. And I really liked the female empowerment in this book. And I was the most curious to see why Nesta was acting the way that she was. She wasn't treating Feyre really well, and I was hoping that we would get to see a new side of her in this book, and I think that we really did. So Nesta is my new favorite character in the book, and I do hope that we get to see more of her in the upcoming books. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me read A Court of Thorns and Roses, the series, and I hope that we'll see each other in another video. Bye.